Hi there and welcome to EV Travels. We're doing another live stream very quickly after having done the one earlier. I popped into the Kia garage, which is just to my right here. This one's in Castleford. It's a JCT 600. I spoke to the sales manager there. The main purpose for my visit was to basically get insight into the Kia Niro Electric as to when it's coming out to the UK, so that I can actually borrow one, which they were really helpful with. But what else I also came away with was some insight into some future plans for Kia and their electric vehicles. Interestingly, we've all seen the Kia Soul, the new version of it, and there's a lot of us that are going to be like, yeah, really want that because it's got the 64 kilowatt battery. It's a decent sized vehicle. Styling I know isn't for anyone, but the news of the Soul is that actually, as far as the UK market's concerned, the Soul Electric will not actually arrive until 2020. So if you're planning on holding off on that Kona 64 kilowatt and you don't fancy the styling of the Niro but you would prefer the Soul, I'm afraid you're going to have a bit of a wait. The Niro comes out in March, and the reason why they're delaying the Soul, actually, I understand, is because the Niro is that popular in pre-orders and the feedback that they're getting, that actually they're really hopeful it's going to be a massive sales success for them, and they want to make sure there's plenty of supply there. So just to recap for people just joining the stream now, the Soul for the UK at least is delayed until 2020. So that's the bad news. Good news though, Kia Optima. Now at the moment they sell that in conventional engine form. They also sell that as a plug-in hybrid, and indeed it's reputed to get between 134, if you read some real world tests, miles per gallon, and indeed I've seen it quoted at 176 as well. Real world mileage, who knows, probably greatly different, but that is coming as a full electric car. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the Optima, but the Optima, I would say, is probably about Audi A4 size and similar sort of styling. Obviously, you've got Kia build quality as opposed to Audi build quality, which obviously you pay your money and take your choice. But in terms of pricing and in terms of space and in terms of boot capacity, this is an excellent move by Kia. Because if you look at large family cars that are out there, and there's every likelihood, just like the PHEV, that this will be in the estate as well, it's actually a very decent sized vehicle. So I think this is a really good move from Kia, because the one thing with the Ioniq is that it just not quite big enough in terms of a large or growing family. Capacity and indeed boot space does suffer as well. So I think Kia bringing the Optima, it's got to have at least 64 kilowatt battery in it, is fantastic, and who knows, it might even have a lot more than that. But yeah, great news from Kia there. Likelihood of seeing that again, we're looking at around about 2020, because they are going to concentrate on the Niro, but we're going to be seeing images of the Optima Electric probably in the middle of this year. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you that little bit of exclusive news. If somebody else has already broadcast this news, then I apologise, but to me, I've not heard or read of this, and I pretty much scout around all the electric vehicle news postings, as I'm sure most of us do. So yeah, just to recap, Niro coming in March to the UK. We'll be doing a test on it then. The Soul delayed in the UK to 2020, and the Optima Electric, full electric, not the PHEV, the full electric, also coming out 2020, and images to be coming out probably around about the middle of the year. So mixed news, but I hope you find that useful. Take care. Bye.